Hello and welcome again to another edition of our Down and Dirty Mini Movies. This is video number 20 in our short film help series where I try to bring you short video presentations highlighting certain features or functionality of the Topcon product portfolio. Today we're going to be back in Magnet Field and we're going to be using points list, using those as an example, three different ways to show you how they work. Now these are just general overviews. For true training, always visit the Topcon e-learning portal. You can get there from elearning.topcon.com, and then also check out tons of resources on the My Topcon Now app on your phone, or you can get that from your browser at mytopconnow.topconpositioning.com. So let's get started with points list. So we're in Magnet Field, and this is version 6.2 that we're running. We're going to be talking about point list. Now there's a couple ways to create point lists and reasons to use them. One is when we calculate an area by points, we'll use a points list. And when we also calculate a surface and we're going to be use a points list there. And one other option would be if you're just calculating offsets and points, you can use a points list. So we're going to be using this subdivision here as an example, and we'll create just 3 points lists and show you how to use them in different ways. Now the first one we'll create is just an area. If we want to calculate the area, we would create a points list. So to create a points list, we will go to Edit and Points List. Now notice there's nothing in here at the present time, so let's click Add and just give this a name of area, for example. And then we have an option to add the points we want to use in this particular points list. So we can choose all of our points by range, by code, a lot of different options here. And this one we'll use by code. And I'm going to come down to my boundary corners is what I have selected as a description, BDY. And that gives me my area of the points I want to use for my area. So now when we calculate area by points, we'll choose points list. If it was line work or area or points, I could choose them, but again we're using points list. And we go up to the folder here and we'll choose what points list we want to use, highlight that and hit OK, and then let's calculate the area. So here we have 39.537 acres. And that is one example for a points list. Let's create us another one, but first let's take a look at the map. And right down here we have us a little detention pond. So let's create us a points list to contour this area right here. So back to the home screen, we'll go to Edit, a points list, and let's add, and this is a detention pond. And we have a ways to locate our points, and I'm going to go from a list of points, and then we can also sort them by different names, times, codes, and so forth. I'm going to choose time because I imported these points, and by time they're the last points that were brought in. So I'm going to select these points this way by time from the bottom of the list, and then it highlights all my points that I want to contour. So now I have a points list called Detention Pond. So now let's go to Calculate, Surface. So I'm going to go to Create. We're going to be creating a surface from a points list. We'll go up to our points list. We'll choose our pond. That looks good. So everything looks good here. We'll just OK back out. This is going to be a surface 1 that we created from our points list. So now we can create volumes from our surface that we created from our points list. And we can even contour from that surface we created from the points list. Let's do 1 foot intervals. Okay. Now the last thing we would like to do I want to zoom into this area here, and these particular points here, let's say I want to create a points list so I can move all of these points at one time as an offset, maybe to the left. So let's go back out and let's edit a new points list, and we'll add, and we'll just call this one just some points, any particular name, and let's choose these from the map. So we've got a new points list called points that we'll hit OK. Now let's go to Calculate, Offsets, and Points. We'll choose our points list of the points. This is what we want, so let's click Next. Horizontal ground distance, we'll go 15 meters, and azimuth of 270. And let's just clear out that codes for right now. So 270, 15 meters, hit Calc, and it's going to create new points, so we're going to rename them at 404. Let's go back out to the map, and now we have our points offset 15 meters to the left. So that concludes this tutorial on points list. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for other video presentations, please let me know.